Hi guys, this is Nikki. You're watching the Faces Trader, and you're watching the Awesome 10x Global Market Update. It's the US, so it's November 19, 2020. There's a lot of news that we will share to you, so let's begin. Yesterday, the biggest news. There's a lot of news, so it's not the biggest, but one of the biggest news was the Muddy's Water short report on your YY. Let's take a look on that. Muddy's research report on YY. Or I have it here in Slack. I'll just get it on Slack. Wait up. Muddy's is short on Joy Inc. Let's read that together. So who is Chinese video? So let's read this. Chinese video giant Joy dives after Muddy Waters calls it a fraud. They're targeting a Chinese social media company, Joy Inc. It dropped significantly over 20% in just the last 10 hours after this report was shared in the market publicly. And in my view, of course, that movement is affecting your Chinese names. I'll share to you what happened. Let's go to our charts, trading view. That is your title. Read it. Let's read this. Bloomberg. Chinese video giant Joy dives after Muddy Water calls it a fraud. Stock posts the biggest ever decline on a Muddy Waters report. Baidu agreed to buy Joy Inc.'s YY business for $3.6 billion. Joy Inc. stumbled the most after a significant short seller, Muddy Waters, called it a fraud tech company. In a 71-page report, Muddy Waters alleged evidence of revenue inflation, live streamers who got paid during long periods of absence of inactivity, mismatches with local credit reports, also holds a short position in Joy Inc., meaning the firm benefits financially when the shares drop. The allegations cast doubt on a deal intended to help Baidu catch up in a competitive arena of online entertainment after a late start in live streaming video, which has taken China by storm. Even before, Muddy Waters has already questioned their revenue model, given the market share losses to ByteDance's Douyin and Tencent-backed holdings Bilibili Inc. So Joy Inc. Fell 26% in New York, shedding about $2 billion of value overnight. Live streaming peers Momo and DOYU, also similar which has this similar business models, led more than 4% in New York. Baidu finished 1% lower. Let's read. Joy may have to spend significant time and resources to refute Muddy Waters' allegations fraud, which are designed to be difficult to disprove quickly. This may involve internal reviews with independent committees and external advisors. In the meantime, this casts doubts into investors' minds. It will be an overhang, and there will be uncertainty upon the completion of this pending deal. The acquisition marked the search engine's giant's biggest foray into the fastest-growing arena of digital video. Once the runaway leader in desktop search, Baidu is now adapting its business model to the mobile era, losing ground piecemeal to ByteDance, TikTok, Douyin, Kuaishou. To compete for users and advertising, Baidu's core search app is morphing into a platform, boosting a wide area of content from articles to videos, not unlike Tencent's WeChat or and then also its Netflix Ichi has shares plunging in April after another short sellers report, going head-to-head against the ones run by Tencent and Alibaba. Started in 2005, a tool for gamers, YY has become the pioneer of a way to monetize live streaming, taking a cut from virtual gifts bestowed by fans. Its parents launched a Twitch-style Huya Inc. using the same business model, and it's now a spun-off in the middle of a merger with DOYU, creating a $10 billion game streaming giant controlled by Tencent. The tactics outlined in Muddy's Water report are not intended to inflate revenue, but to juice popularity among users, said Ke Yan, a Singapore-based analyst with DZT Research. And the research firm may be misjudging how common this practice is, given that using bots, generating interest, etc. You can't really apply the research methods used to collect fraudulent evidence against real economy or manufacturing firms to internet firms. Their business model does pay off, and there is a real cash flow brought in after the fakes get the ball rolling. Still, YY itself is losing appeal to other hotter formats like Bilibili, the TikTok-like Kuaishou, TikTok's Chinese twin Douyin, a problem being faced by Baidu's own Ichi. YY's paying users declined 4% in the September quarter. We aren't convinced of the operational synergies acquiring an ex-growth business like YY Live. Baidu's management explained the rationale of the deal was to diversify Baidu's revenue sources. Daiwa analyst said after this acquisition was announced. Although we understand this acquisition will be earnings accretive to this company, we don't expect a meaningful value to be created from the transaction. We view it more as a means of capital allocation given its sizable cash balance. Muddy Waters has been working on a report before this news of Baidu's deal to buy YY. The firm said that their investigation showed that YY's highest earning performers take home only a fraction of their reported totals. The supposed independent channel owners are largely controlled by YY, and legions of benefactor fans are almost all bots operating from the company's internal network. Will Baidu really buy growth in the form of an almost completely fake business? That is what Muddy Waters is asking. So there is a lot of confusion about Baidu and YY, but this is not to be confused. What you can clearly see is that the market is selling off Joy Inc. So I'm going to show to you shares. You know, I don't know. I guess I was lucky because I like the business of Huya and DOYU. I'll be honest with you. And instead of owning YY, the parent company of Huya and DOYU, instead I have the owner. I have DOYU. So this report, of course, as you can see, 100, now it's down to 73. I used to be trading this range. So I bought at 73, I'd sell it at 90, buy it at 73, 74, sell it at 90, always get that 20% pop. Now, in light of this Muddy's research report, I will not buy or sell it. Well, I have sold it. Thankfully, you know, sometimes you're lucky lang. I sold it at 90. It went to 100. I thought I was wrong. Now it's down 75. So parang, wow, I'm lucky. That said, I think that this dilemma of YY in disproving Muddy's water could actually dampen shareholders' interest. It could actually fall maybe at $60 or even at $40. That said, would I buy it at 60 or 40? I would stay, I just avoid it. Me personally, I just avoid it. But I will watch it in the sidelines and see what's going to happen, how Baidu will fight back against Muddy's water research. Take note that we have had some short sell attacks before. We actually bought Grow Generation at 12. It rallied to 20. There was a short report saying that Grow Generation's founders were from a penny stock nature, la la la. But when we saw the numbers of Grow Generation and when we saw that the hydroponic acquisitions were real, the cash flows were real, we bought it again here at about 17.50, and that buyback actually resulted to this almost 30. It's an almost 100% move for us, because if you bought it about 17. Well, if you bought at 15, it's a 100% move already, given that it rallied at about $30 already for Grow Generation. At these levels, some of us got in at 17.50, some got 16, so some even already up 100% on Grow Generation. You can see it in our some of our testimonials, Grow Generation. Some of our clients actually happily shared his 100% move on Grow Generation last night. In fact, we had so many 100% moves last night that yesterday it was just an electric move fever. Grow Generation 100%. So he was buying at about 15. I got in at about 17. Yeah, because we had a buy reco on Grow Generation as early as 12. So yeah, some of us got 12, 15, 17, 18. Now it's 30, so it's just really a hold for us. I would say that some people will take profits, so assuming that you want to take profits as well, sell half. I don't mind, maybe sell half here at about 29. You've made a 100% deserving move. Whether it goes to 40 or beyond, we'll just hold our halves. The nice thing as well, and that I would share, is of course the news on Beyond Meat. So by the way, on the DOYU, let me just finish about the YY thing. No, YY owns DOYU and Huya, and there was news that Huya and DOYU are gonna merge, so it's gonna be a marriage. For DOYU, we liked it at 8, and we said that even at 15, that we like the merger of DOYU and Huya to become the bigger esports entity in China. So there's not gonna be bigger because it's gonna be the biggest. So we think that this confusion on this DOYU, YY, Huya, Baidu, all of these things that Muddy Water is saying, if DOYU falls to 12, and it could, I'll be willing to add. So I'll wait it out at $13.50. I'll let it be. Let it stay there. Even if you've got it at 15, just let it be. Let's see whether we get a support at 12. Anyway, DOYU is still on an uptrend. So as you could see, this is still gonna be a merger between Huya and DOYU. And I believe in that. So I like the business model. I like the esports theme. So this drop from about the high of about 18 all the way to 1250, a 50% drop here at about 12 is actually something that I'll be happy to get in. So with just telling you that because of that YY Muddy's research report, be aware that you might have an opportunity to even enter DOYU at about 1250. So I'll just put a bid, $12.50. If somebody panics tomorrow or next few days, next few weeks, giving us some DOYU shares. We don't panic, guys, because like example, RC Moto, we bought at a 5. Some of us even bought more at 7. Now it's already trading at $10. It's actually 100%. It traded as high as 1046 last night. That said, what I usually do is after a 100% move, I sell half, meaning I would still sell just half. So let's say I had 1,000 shares, I'll sell half, and then I'll let my 2,500 shares run all the way wherever it goes. 500 shares run all the way, whether it goes 13, 14, $20. That's really how I am. So with RC Moto, congrats. Actually, with Upsell, this is also another 100% move by us and 10x. Some of us got in at 205, some sold 4. It's now at 510. It even rallied 550 last night. Pretty much yesterday, I'd say all the electrics, the alternative energies, the fuel cells, they were really rising. So whether F-cell hits 7, 8, 9, 10, I think the people who don't have F-cell should not chase. Wait for your entry if there's an entry, and then congratulations to those who got in early at about $2. You deserve that 100-200% move. Yep. So congrats. For Beyond Meat, let's just explain that. Beyond Meat shared that they've got a nice pork, Omni Pork, similar to Omni Pork. It's Beyond Pork. Let's read that news for you. Beyond Pork. Beyond Meat has always had a lot of high-profile partners, whether it be McPlant, McDonald's McPlant, Starbucks, and Alibaba. So Beyond Meat is partnered with Fresh Lipo. These are the Alibaba supermarkets. And they also created a new product, Beyond Pork, specifically for China. For those who aren't aware, this debut is actually very good because China is a pork-eating country. So let's read this. Beyond Meat creates new products, Beyond Pork, specifically for China. TMF Jaguar, the Motley Fools, is writing about it. These are news. The Chinese are consuming more pork than any other country, and a shortage could push the adoption of this plant-based alternative. So plant-based meat substitute company Beyond Meat is furthering the commitment to China, launching a brand new product called Beyond Pork. So it's butao ramen, handmade spaghetti and Beyond Pork meatballs, Beyond Pork biscuit gravy, Beyond Pork braised eggplant rolls, Beyond Pork spicy bolognese, Beyond Pork bites crunchy. So it's gonna be the first taste is November 24 in Shanghai. They'll include some rice meals and some soybeans. Beyond Meat has entered China through the Alibaba. Remember that Fresh Lipo is the first entry with them. Also, you have to know that China says here, according to the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, Chinese citizens consume about 69 pounds of pork per capita per year, or about 31 kilos. So with the African swine fever, China has had a pork shortage. Therefore, Beyond Pork just comes at a time when Chinese consumers are affording a meat that they crave, and this might actually be a great position. Tell you what, I actually thought that I should sell. So I thought that I should sell some Beyond Meat at about 135. I deleted my sales. I've never, I've always loved Beyond Meat. So you know that when it had a gap down, I actually advised to buy more of Beyond Meat at about $120. So I did buy that, even as low as 90, but it never really fell 90. So it's just that 120 was the low, 118, 120. We bought some. Right now at 134, if you don't have Beyond Meat, in light of that news, I'd say that that is an add more. We add more on 134, even if we already have at 120. And I think it's going to go 158 to 172. A lot of people still think that Beyond Meat is expensive, but we are of the view that Well, it's really different from people to people, right? But I do think that the growth is more important for Beyond Meat rather than the valuation. So I'm really willing to buy Beyond Meat and put it on my long term. Beyond Meat is one of the largest positions of some of our awesome 10x. Actually, it's obvious naman you could see it. Of course, I want to share to you that as you could see, a lot of our awesome 10x members are so happy with our FNKO call and Macy's call. FNKO, Macy's liquidity. These are some reopening themes that we have been advising. If you are an awesome inner circle member, then you know that we have been advising these names. Franco was actually a buy for us since 6, add more at 7, add more at 8. Looks like this one is now trading at 9. So you could see that this is a continuous uptrend from a greed mode to a potential euphoria mode. It's not even at euphoria. I'd say that euphoria will be about 19 or 18 come next year for Funko. So even if you're buying at about 886 today, if reopening themes are going to go higher, this gap down drop of Funko was all related to a downside sales. So if they can recover, and I think they are recovering, this is actually one of the perfect reopening themes. And I am positioned, and I have positioned Awesome 10X members to actually win on this reopening theme. So Funko is one of our reopening theme moves. And so far, so good. Of course, some of our reopening themes is Macy's. Macy's, yes, at about 7. We've been buying at 7, 730, 750. It's now doing at $9. So really a very strong 20-30% up move. Some people are gonna probably sell at about 10. However, if my reopening theme really translates to a very potential strong move next year, then your Macy's can hit us 100%, meaning those who bought with us at 7 will actually see their gains another 100%, another awesome move for Awesome 10X. So yeah, I'd say hold on to your Facebook, your Funkos and your Macy's. We are happy with these reopening themes. In the Philippines, we have been buying airlines, but also even in Hong Kong, Cathay Pacific was something that we have been buying since last week, since Friday. So actually, most of our reopening themes we were buying since Friday. You've seen the gap up here. That was the COVID Pfizer vaccine. And the recent gap ups are all courtesy of the Moderna. But actually, as soon as the COVID vaccine of Pfizer was out, we said that, okay, I guess that we have to have some. So when that COVID news vaccine happened on Pfizer, we were positioning our portfolios in adding more reopening themes, whether that be Disney's, Cathay Pacific's, or the Funkos and the Macy's. So we were buying there. So yeah, buying some. I bought some Cathay Pacific as early as 6:20, and now it's 7:30. People are asking if they missed that 20% move, how can they enter? I do think that if I'm right, this goes anyway to $9 or $10. So for those who are who don't have an airline or a reopening theme, I would say that as long as you buy, add more, say 730 all the way to about 640, you could buy. So let's say you buy 730, and then if there's an entry point, you buy again at 670 or 650. These are all buying opportunities. The time you sell is about 8, 9, 10. So yeah, so just it's fine. Not all airlines are the same. Even the U.S. airlines, let's take a look at some U.S. airlines. American Airlines is also a company that we like. We think that this one, and on the reopening, can rally higher. So here at about 10, 11, 12, it looks to be a great entry, even as high as 13. And then your selling resistance will be somewhere here at about 16 all the way to 20. So there's a ton of reopening themes, a lot of good news happening. So whether the lockdowns are happening, I do think that the vaccine are imminent with it. So we are of the bet that you have to be rotating. The rotation should be out of your Zoom videos. We said that an exhaustion has happened on Zoom video. So this is still a sell call on Zoom. Those who sold at 470, 420 are still recommended to sell. Where will you buy it back? Maybe 20% lower at about 350. Or a significant lower drop at about 300 or 250. So I'm really waiting for a big drop for your Zoom videos. Still waiting for a big drop on your Netflix. Whether it drops or does not, I know that it's a bit neutral right now. 480 can go for 50, for 60, for 20. I would see that if the market is going to do a reopening theme, this is already a resistance at about 525. So I would wait at about 420. So I'll wait. I'll wait and see whether I could really get these tech names at a lower price. Now let's take a look at your questions, if any. Okay, do you guys still like Beyond Meat at the current price? My answer is a yes. What do you think about THCB? It's a SPAC, microvast EV battery. Thank you very much. I haven't studied this. Why don't I put it on my watch list? THCB. I'll check it out. Tuscan Holdings. Give me tomorrow to study. I like the sector on electric vehicles. So electric vehicle battery is something that I'll be willing to study. I'll put it on my watch list today. I don't know anything about it yet. Hi, ma'am. Is Bed Bath and Beyond a buy? I think that the answer there is a yes. So BBBY at about 20 to 18, I am willing to buy. Jackra is saying Tencent is a major stakeholder in HUYA and DOYU. Agree. Tencent is a stakeholder in 800 companies. So HUYA, DOYU, Belly are just one of those 800 companies that they own. Thanks, Nikki. I agree. Macy's and Kohl's still have a good upside. Yep, I agree too. Department store KSS is actually also a buy reco for Awesome 10X members. These are actually with a deep dive. We made an in-depth deep dive on all of these. And indeed, Kohl's Corporation, as you could see, buying it at about 24 is now trading at 28. And this could actually go as high as 30, 32, 44 for all we know, right? So it could consolidate back. Let's say 28 goes back to 24. But those who have it at 24 below are not necessarily going to sell at a 20% pop. That is in my view. Just inviting everyone. This is our show. And of course, we also have awesome10x.com. Why don't you actually check out our awesome10x.com so that you can take advantage of companies that's going to go 100%, 10x, 2x, 200%, 500%. And yeah, just join us. Go here, Awesome 10x. If this is your first time watching the channel, just click sign up for Awesome 10x Inner Circle. It's 2,000 pesos. You could pay us in the Philippines. You could also pay us through PayPal. We're integrating some Bitcoin here in case you want to pay us through Bitcoin. It's a 24/7 live assisted trading guidance. I am awake, although honestly speaking, as early as 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Philippine time, or even without it, you already see all my buy picks here on Slack. So I do put it here. We have been adding. Actually, this is something that we also had. DBI Designer Brands is also a Awesome 10x pick. We got in at about 680. It's now trading at 750. Do think that there's more upside on it. So actually, we have been. There's a lot. So you could see that in our summary, you could see what we like. So example, TripAdvisor. So there's just really a lot. I can't like reveal all of the things that we have been buying. But there's a lot of value for what we serve, Filipinos, non-Filipinos. So do want to invite you guys to subscribe. And for those who aren't aware, you can invest in the markets globally for just $1,000. You can learn more. You can open all kinds of accounts, but we prefer that you open through interactive brokers. Actually, if you want us to help you out, just send us an email in awesome10xofficial@gmail.com, and we will help you. We will help you throughout the process. So I didn't know that interactive brokers has affiliate links. So I've been recommending people to use interactive brokers. I'm not getting paid a single share, a single cent. I get nothing with it. And actually, some friends who have been opening in interactive brokers told me that, Nikki, you could actually get an affiliate link from interactive brokers. So, but in order to do that, I will need to get your emails and names. So just giving a call out to you. If you want us to help you open an interactive brokers account, if you're a Filipino who wants your Philippine peso to be converted to dollars, we can help you all throughout the process, how to bank wire your money, how to withdraw it as well, etc., etc. Do make an email to us. Our email is awesome10xofficial@gmail.com. So yeah, I'll be happy to help everyone. You can also add me on Twitter. This is my Faces Trader account. It's so nice actually to see so many positions go all-time highs. Our FUVs done 100%. SBE going to be 100% for us. Our cost is about 12 to 14. So when it reaches at about 24 to 26, it's another 100% move for us. For Futu, it's the Robin Hood of China. I'd say that the brokerage firms have been actually a good reopening play as well. However, I guess some people are profit taking after a 50% rally. I'd say that you can profit take. However, there's also gonna be a lot of buyers for Futu. For those who don't have this one would have a lot of buyers, somewhere at about $36, in my view. So it can fall. I mean, people can take profits just like they took profits on their XPEV. They took some profits on their NEO. They took some profits on their Chinese vehicles because it was 100% move and more. Nonetheless, you can see that Futu here, 43.45, assuming there is some profit taking, that is a 50% move on this consolidation coil. So we've been buying here 29, 30, 32. And any drops here at about 36 is actually going to be an add more. Actually, I might not even see it go down to 36. To be honest, it could just consolidate here, 44, and then just go all-time highs. So Futu Holdings is the Robin Hood of China. A brokerage firm will make a lot of money in a bull market. And we are of the opinion that the market is in a bull market because of the trillions of stimulus. And not just that, there will be a lot of Chinese companies that will actually be, there are a lot of Chinese retail that loves to buy also US companies. So they don't like just to buy, they don't just buy it in Hong Kong, they also buy some US companies, whether they're buying Xiaopeng Motors, they're buying some NEOs, they're buying some Li Autos. Their brokerage firms are probably Futu. So Futu is one of the largest brokerage firms in China, and mainland Chinese are also deploying their money, their renminbi. They're converting their renminbi to dollars, just like Filipinos converting their pesos to dollars. So there. So just a call out to everyone. If you want us to help you out, just message awesome10xofficial@gmail.com. We'll help you. We can teach you how to open your Interactive Brokers account, but you can also check everything online. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you there.